we will explore the growing interest in the West with the idea of a Buddhist economics. This concept has been explored in a number of volumes over the last decade, with notable works such as Vadaka Lin's The Buddha on Wall Street and Claire Brown's Buddhist Economics. Buddhist ideas of selflessness, interdependence, and reverence for nature are seen as a counterpoise or antidote to a capitalist society that fosters greed, environmental depletion, poverty and inequality, and a materialist mindset that leads to meaninglessness and unhappiness. However, there are challenges in reconciling Buddhist teachings with modern economics, which presupposes the primacy of an individual self or soul whose interests benefit from life's actions and choices. On the contrary, Buddhism holds that a permanent soul or self is a delusion and that the desires that stem from attachment to the self are the cause of suffering. A Buddhist economics would therefore have to deny the self-interest that derives from an individuated self, since in a Buddhist worldview it does not truly exist. However, the current Buddhist economic point of view starts from a flawed premise that is unduly negative towards free markets and its precepts. Economic self-interest does not mean self-centeredness or greed. At its root, economic self-interest means taking responsibility for one's own survival and material well-being, which lays the foundation for a happiness based on achievement and self-worth. This is in keeping with Buddhism as promulgated by its founder, Siddhartha Gautama, who taught his followers to be a refuge to themselves. Buddhism is about coming to grips with the truth or reality of things and promoting questioning what is given and assuaging doubt. Such independence of thinking and purpose is clearly in keeping with the individual freedom of modern Western political thought and its associated tenet of personal responsibility. And it is utterly consistent with a free market economic system that values the ability of individuals to manage their own affairs through self-interest for the betterment of all. Buddhism says as much, according to what the Buddha taught. The Buddha suggests that economic conditions should be improved for farmers and cultivators. Capital should be provided for traders and those engaged in business. Adequate wages should be paid to those who are employed. The major problems of the world, such as poverty and war, do not stem from economic self-interest, but from a lack of proper economic and political policies. According to Arthur Brooks, free markets have led to the greatest prosperity and alleviation of poverty the world has ever seen. If we want to solve the problems of poverty or income inequality, then more free market, self-interest-oriented economics are needed, not less. Subscribe Libertarian Facts.